Some games feel big, some games are big. Tonight is both at Edor Nelson Field. It is 1 versus 2 in the Heartland Division as Minneapolis City hosts Sueno FC in a clash that could shape the entire title race in this conference. These are two teams with real history already, real quality, very little margin for error, and only one regular season meeting this season between the two of them. I'm John Bisworm, joined by my partner, City co-founder Dan Hudeman. Dan, the Crows have handled every test thrown at them so far in this young season, and now they get the kind of match that can tell you a lot about a team tonight.
And that's what makes this one to watch. That's what makes this one so much fun. That's what makes the stands full. We're already seeing it today, John. Minneapolis City have looked balanced, confident, tough to break down. Well, Sueno, they come in swinging. One of the most dangerous attacks in the division. It's strength against strength tonight, and that's why this one feels like a real measuring stick game for both sides.
So let's catch all of you up on how these two teams got here so far this summer, early summer. Minneapolis City comes in on a 3-match heater, 4-1 at St. Croix, 8-0 over Rochester to tie the club record for goals in a game, and then Wednesday's emotional 1-0 win over RKC Third Coast. Dan, the first time City has ever beaten the Seagulls.
That was a big one.
So that run pushed the Crows to 12 points from 4 matches, 19-1 goal difference, and the best defensive record in the Heartland Division.
And Sueno, they've taken a little bit of a different path, but arrived with just as much reason to believe. They open with a 7-0 hammering of Rochester. They then beat St. Croix 6-0. Chicago Dutch Lions 3-0. Finally gave up a goal to Edgewater Castle, though they won 4-1. But on their Wednesday game, they dropped a 2-1 result at Riverlight. Still, even with that setback, they're on 12 points from 5 matches, and they lead the division in goals scored with 21.
So this history between these two clubs is already pretty rich for a young series. Sueno took the first regular season match last year, 3-2 down in Chicago. Then our bus broke down. I was there. It totally sucked. But City got the last word with a 4-2 win on the final day to snatch the Heartland Division title last summer, then followed it up with a 2-0 victory in the playoffs down in Des Moines, Iowa. So yes, the table says 1 against 2, but there is also a little revenge, maybe, a little pride, and a lot of unfinished business wrapped up in this one for Sueno, Dan.
Yeah, this is a big one. And let's take a look then, John, at our player to watch in this critical game. So this, sponsored by Fathead Bills, the soon to open new spot for smash burgers in downtown Minneapolis. Today, John, we're taking a look at Nathan Donovan.
Well, Nathan Donovan, the number 9, in red-hot form. If you're talking about an informed striker in the Heartland Division, you have to start with Nathan Donovan. He's scored in 3 straight games, piling up 6 goals over that stretch, including a 2-goal, 1-assist performance in the 4-1 win over St. Croix that kicked off this current run, and a 3-goal performance last time out when we were here at Edor Nelson Field in that 8-0 victory against Rochester FC.
And it's not just that he's getting 4,000 chances, John. He's got a clinical edge.
Yeah, what makes Donovan so dangerous, Dan, is how efficient he is in and around the penalty area. In the City attack that's already seen 11 different players score and 11 different players provide assists in all competitions, which is crazy just to say, not just to hear. He is the one you expect to be on the end of those offensive ideas when it really matters for the Crows tonight.
And you hit that. When it really matters. He's a big game player.
Yeah, tonight's a big game. It has it written all over it, top of the table. Only regular season meeting between these two powerful teams in the Heartland. With memories of last year's title decider and playoff clash still fresh, these are the kinds of nights that you need your number 9 to pop up and make that back line answer some questions.
So with that, great segue as always, John. Let's talk about the keys to victory. So this, sponsored by Twin Cities Orthopedics. Minneapolis City is in good hands with our longtime sports medicine partner. You should learn more at tcomn.com. But John, let's keep that going. Win the big moments.
Yeah, with the stakes in the history between these two, emotions are going to be pretty high. City needs to manage the big swings, early chances, the set-piece battle, and any momentum shifts that might happen, and stay really composed so that talent and structure decide the match, not nerves.
And with a great offense and a great defense, we got to control the tempo.
Yeah, Sueno want this to be a track meet. They've scored 21 goals already in the season and are comfortable when they open up end-to-end games. So City have just conceded once in the season so far. They have to dictate the tempo, pick their moments to go, and when they're ruthless in defending, make sure that they're stopping a very potent attack.
But as as I always say. You got to win goals to win games, John. So let's talk about the attack.
Yeah, the Crows have been ruthless in front of goal, Dan, with 19 goals in 4 matches. And like we said, 11 different players stepping up week in and week out. The key tonight is to keep that sharpness while respecting Sueno's threat on the other end. So committing numbers forward when the moment is right. Key is when the moment is right there. Be clean in the final third and make sure home control turns into home points.
So let's take a look at that Heartland division there, John. So as we look at the table, you have Minneapolis City on 12 points with 4 matches played. That puts them in first. The league uses points per game, and so the Crows perfect, 3 points per game. Sueno right behind them, 5 matches played on 12 points. That's 4 wins and a loss. That puts them on 2.4 points. Both are plus 18 goal difference, just like last year. Nice and even. Right below them, you've got Chicago Dutch Lions. Scotty FC, Scotty Heinen.
Scotty FC.
Sitting in third, interestingly, on 9 points after 5, a Sueno loss puts them level, and a Dutch Lions win tonight, put those 2 level. I bring that up just to show how close it is in the table. From there, we start to, see it start to thin out a little bit, but over these next few games, there's a lot to have happen.
So here we are at the pivot point, Dan. This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without express written consent, almost, of the United Soccer League. Once again, I'm John Bisworm. That's Dan Hudeman. A few minutes here before the players make their entry into the field. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with starting lineups. Welcome back, soccer fans. Once again, I'm John Bisworm. That is the Dan Hudeman. Edor Nelson Field on the campus of Augsburg University for Heartland Division USL League 2 soccer action tonight. First in the table, your Minneapolis City Soccer Club. Just behind them in the table, Sueno FC. So, big one tonight, Dan. Why don't we go to the starting lineups? Why don't you hit Sueno?
Perfect. And they're sponsored by our friends at Athletic Brewing. Refreshing and easy to wake up the next morning when you've had some. At the back for Sueno, goalkeeper Sebastian Gorecki. In defense, they've got number 2, Sho Haggerty. Number 4, Daniel Furs. Number 5, Oluwayanika Uganlei. I'm doing my best. Usually playing in a back 3 with number 6, Tyler Villett in front of them. Midfield is going to look like Alex Barger and Owen Sloan on the wings. And centrally, they're going to have number 8, Charlie Norkett. Number 10, Matthew Zakemski. And then up top, they've got the very dangerous, very good number 7, Easton Bogard. And next to him, number 9, Michael Neshi.
And then for your home side, in goal, Daniel Sessler. In the back line, number 3, Dubem Obilo. Number 18, Jason Ramos. Number 15, Islam Huzni. Number 17, Shea Bechtel. Number 2, Captain Jake Swallen. Number 8, Alex Moreno. And number 23, Ari Van Maal. And up top, you have a very lethal 3, Dan. Number 10, Hakeem Morgan. Number 19, Masango Akale. And player to watch tonight, number 9, Nathan Donovan. So, Dan, we've seen both of these teams play quite a bit. We constantly are keeping our eye on what Sueno was doing to start the season. We didn't really know a lot about Sueno last year when they entered the Heartland Division, but what we've seen so far is a soccer club that does a really good job at recruiting.
A fantastic job of recruiting. Ton of Big Ten talent, probably headlined by Easton Bogard, the forward from Indiana. Excellent last year.
Caused us fits last year.
And he's been on fire already this year. a lot of ACC talent as well. John, this is a good team.
Yeah, and you talk about, go to the other side of the coin with Minneapolis City. I mean, we just gave the starting lineup. Not a lot of changes, but what we've seen over the course of the young summer here so far is that Coach John Forseth had a really good luxury of riches when it comes to his player pool. And I think tonight that it wasn't part of our keys to victory here, but I think it's definitely something to watch because of the fact that Minneapolis City, 20 strong, hitting the limit that you're allowed to have. Sueno only comes in with 15 players, and it's hot.
It is a hot day here in Minneapolis, or at least for us in Minnesota, it feels hot, but it's tipping mid-80s, and it is a hot mid-80s, especially down there on the turf.
Yeah, I mean, it could be the difference maker, and also it's 7 o'clock kickoff tonight. Sun's coming down. For those of you who can't quite see it on the stream here, the far eastern goal is sun-drenched, I guess you could say.
That is a good way to put it, and as that sun gets lower. We've seen that cause problems for goalkeepers over the years.
Yeah, absolutely. And as the coin toss is happening right now, we're going to see which side has to eat into the sun for the first half. You're a goalkeeper, Dan.
Yeah, don't love it.
Tell me about that.
No, I mean, the sun's tough for everyone, and anytime there's a high ball, the defense is going to struggle, the goalkeeper is going to struggle, and that can be an advantage, not just on set pieces, not just on corners, but trying to hit the channels or float something in, and we've seen that happen.
And it looks as if Sueno did win the coin toss and are going to move to the other side of the field. The sun still won't go down by the time 45 minutes ticks off here, so it actually gets even worse, to be honest with you.
Not a great orientation of the field, but I suppose with I-94 there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
John, Minneapolis City are about to embark after this game on a really compact run of games starting away and then 3 right away together, including a Super Cup game wedged in there in the already tight League 2 season. So you mentioned Coach Forseth's embarrassment of riches, but now it comes down to squad management.
Yeah, absolutely. But the nice part is that he didn't have to wait to get to that point in order to see what he has. He's done a really good job of that squad rotation in some pretty key games. I mean, the stream was let's call it less than desirable down in Racine, unable to kind of watch the whole game, a lot of stop-start there. But from what I saw with the starting lineup here, yeah, you see some of the similar names, but there were a lot of players that started in that game that are either on the bench or not in the squad today. So then you look at what he put out for Rochester last time we were out here at Edor Nelson. Couple names that aren't on the roster right now as well, but popped up in great moments. So when you get to those Super Cup games and you kind of get that tight congestion, he's already done the homework on what he has on that large roster. So as the teams look to start this matchup, we want to thank Atmosphere. Minneapolis City thanks this year's kit sponsor, local hip-hop legends Atmosphere, fresh off our 10th anniversary. We've teamed up to bring 2 kits to life, the Bolt from the Black and our 10th anniversary Feather Weather kit, which we're wearing today. Catch Atmosphere this summer at the Minnesota Yacht Club Festival, July 19th. Thank you, Atmosphere. And we are underway. Sueno looks to go very direct into Easton Bogard, the danger man that we talked about.
It's a tight pitch here at Edor Nelson Field. Takes a little bit of getting used to.
So Obilo goes back into Sessler. Back to Obilo.
Sessler, a little bit too much for him. But I liked his little stutter step there to sell off Neshi.
Obilo, Dan, he's had 2 starts so far this season with the Crows. Both times out had a situation where he was on an early yellow. So hopefully we don't get that today, but he has seen the full 90 in both games on that early yellow.
Yeah, he brings a lot of energy, and he's not afraid to tangle physically.
Van Mall, who has some space if he can keep it in. Unable to. Sorry, I interrupted you there.
Well, we saw, I think, the sun at play there as Van Mall is trying to track that ball. But yeah, I mean, with Obilo, I think him going the whole 90 hits your point. He was able to let the forward know where he was and make it a little tough for him without going too far.
Big win by Ramos.
Dillett did a nice job there on Morgan. Oh, Bogard.
putting the back
Overpowered
line
Moreno.
under pressure here. Goes out wide to Sloan. Crows get numbers back. And the referee deems that one offside. You can see, I mean, just brief moment there, how dangerous Easton Bogart is.
Absolutely. Just the physicality there to be able to shrug off Moreno.
Well, Moreno had a step on him, but he covered about 10, 15 yards of ground quickly and able to get there first. Huzney out to Van Mall, trying to find player to watch Nathan Donovan, a little slip there. So if you're Sueno, Dan, you probably want to start this one at curse of the commentary there. We're just going to talk about keeping early possession. Big crowd. We talked about big game. If I was in charge, I'd be trying to keep the ball.
Well, we've seen him go long a few times as Houston does the same looking for Morgan.
Morgan finds a Kale. Crowd of black shirts around him. It's a little caught up there. Bogart tracked back pretty well there.
Yeah, Bogart and Villa together is just a little bit too much for Kale.
Great tackle by Jake Swallen.
Yeah, that was lovely stuff. Villa in quickly, though.
Good pressure by Donovan.
Pressure on Gorecki, but he finds Akemski. It was a little bit too easy in the end.
Yeah, he had a lot of space there, but Pros did a really good job of tracking back. Obilo also just applying that right amount of pressure to force Sloan to go backwards, but Bogart on the ball here, one-on-one versus Van Mall.
Those two are Big Ten foes, Bogart in Indiana and Van Mall at Wisconsin.
Go Badger. First corner kick of the night going to Sueno. Nice little individual work there by Bogart to win that corner kick. Hey,
Sueno's been sharp in the early going.
They have. And do you think the sun is as much of a problem coming from the corner here as it is straight on for Sessler?
I hate to give you a conditional, but that depends, right? If I'm playing this one, I'm hanging it up, I'm getting into traffic, I'm making Sessler have to spot it.
Ball comes in. Morgan applies just the right amount of pressure there to cause Ogunlie to head that one over the crossbar.
But that's exactly what I do. Big ball in the air, drift in the back post. Two big Sueno players there. It's hard to pick that ball up.
Huzney has some space if he wants to take it. Decides to go into a Kale. Had Haggerty all over him there.
The Sueno pressure is coming really quickly into the mid-block. And with such a tight field, that's going to make it tough. Crows are going to have to try and skip some levels as they tried there. A little bit too hot for Morgan, though.
Captain Alex Barger on the ball there. Good pressure by Morgan. I think the Crows will be okay with forcing Sueno to go backwards early on here, Dan. Van Mall chooses to go back to Sessler.
You could see Neshi there trying to work off of Ramos's back shoulder. Ramos with a cheeky step up. That's going to be a real battle to see between positioning from that forward line and the City defensive three.
Obilo has Bechtel here, finds him. Into Captain Swallen. Takes his space. Really good job of just kind of eating up those 15 yards by Swallen. Those are those little things, Dan, that, you know, casually watching a soccer game, you're like, yeah, he's just carrying the ball. But what he just did was completely pin back the defense of Sueno by just taking that additional space. Instead of, he could have easily played it to Huzney right away, but he chose to make Sueno answer a few little questions there. Like, is he going to attack or is he going to be playing that ball quick in?
Especially in a game like this, John, where he said Sueno does want to turn this into a track meet. Just take the bite out of the game.
Yep.
Get us set.
Back to leaving it for Obilo. Goes into Morgan, great first touch, fighting off his defender. Finds Donovan,
lovely
flicking to Bechtel.
Can't get anything there. Good step forward by Moreno.
Unlucky second touch, though. Crows doing a really good job of pressuring there.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Great pressure from City really quickly.
Akale has Bogard to beat. Decides to keep it. This is City's first bout of sustained possession in the Sueno defensive third in the 7th minute here.
Sueno nice and organized. City trying to use both Morgan and Akale to kind of come to that ball and own those central spaces before chipping out of them. I love that.
Donovan. Donovan tight roping and gets the first corner for Minneapolis City. Good patience there by the Crows, Dan.
Oh, absolutely. But watch those center spaces and what those two kind of inside forwards in sort of an old school setup are doing. Doing a great job of clearing out for each other, coming to that ball, and allowing that City defense, when it's on, to start to skip some of those levels.
Well, and also the interchangeability. Like Donovan was the one, he's your central striker, goes out wide and gets that ball. As Moreno signals his attackers, plays the ball in. Opportunity! Oh! Love to see the replay on that. Not quite sure who it came off of, but Ramos was in the area.
It looks like that's going to be a City corner.
Dangerous ball in from Moreno. Van Mal to take this side's kick. Serves in, dangerous ball. Once again, cleared out by Sueno. Ramos on it, has a dangerous service here.
Oh, just over.
Just over Obilo. Kind of saw Berger and
Furs both there.
Not really understanding who was picking up the man there, as Obilo had a lot of space. Little moment of danger there for the Crows. Gorecki chooses to go long. Ramos eats that one up.
But even there, you could see him flinch a little bit as that one went through the sun. I've been there.
Yeah. Early on, Bechtel here on the near side has just been locked and loaded, ready for that diagonal ball. We've seen Husney be able to play it. Donovan's on as well. Maybe some direction from the coaching staff not to try to find that ball, but it's been on. Donovan dummies it.
Lovely dummy.
He fooled everyone there, including Keem Morgan.
Yeah, not quite read by Morgan, but not quite read by anybody. What a sell.
Great track back by Swollen.
John, in a lot of ways, to me, this game's going to be a battle of the two sixes. Swollen, we know his quality. Villett already, he's been impressive for me, for Sueno, operating in front of that defense.
Swollen finds Akale, has options. And this one also, Dan, it's going to be what ideas dry up the slowest. Because right there, Sueno did a really good job of tracking back. Akale had an opportunity to try to play forward, but the Sueno defensive backline, really good job of marking up and drawing up that opportunity for Akale to find that pass into one of the attackers. Ball over the top into Donovan. Good step by Ramos. We're going to call that a shot on target.
But John, you're right that both sides so far have been closing so quickly once they're both playing sort of a mid-block, but as they press too, that press gets sprung and they are quick. Look at how quick Swollen getting in there on Zakemski. Can't quite come away with it.
Good turn by Zakemski though to keep that.
But outside of the defenders, no one's getting time on the ball.
Both teams doing a really good job of tracking back. Berger chooses to go backwards. Ball finds Gorecki.
Lay going long now.
Good step by Obilo. Going into Donovan. Had it covered.
A good win.
Morgan has space. Cuts back into the middle. Has an opportunity to let one fly, and he does.
Not a bad idea. Almost took a deflection there. Looked like off of Villett, but in the end, a little bit too easy for Gorecki.
I like the idea, though, to take a flyer early. Lots of runners off the ball. It just shows something different to the Sueno backline.
100%.
Good step by Husny.
John, he's been so impressive so far this season.
Yep.
Husny again comes in.
Takes down Bogard. What I was saying is, like, really good idea from Morgan to give a different look to the Sueno backline. I'm gonna take this one in. I'm gonna shoot it this time. You have 4 runners coming. Now next time you don't know if I'm gonna shoot it or if I'm gonna lay it off to one of those runners.
Absolutely, and with this front line, like you said, willing to change positions, willing to get into different positions, having those kind of weapons, it makes it tough as a defender.
I'm gonna need like a minute not on cam because I need to fix
Husny finds Akale.
Oh, lovely
Great turn by Donovan. That's an
Donovan needs his
opportunity.
space.
Runs by his defender.
In the end, nice saving tackle there. And that's that man, Villett, I believe, John. That number 6 for Sueno has to get it right. Just about does.
Our player to watch, Nathan Donovan, just showed the back line he has another gear.
John, how is he not a professional soccer player?
He's going to medical school, Dan. Dr. Goals.
Dr. Goals. I mean, what a player.
Nickname finds you. He's Dr. Goals from now on.
Funny enough, John, we have Dr. Jason Alexander in the Futures program as a coach who runs the 13 to 15-year-old age group. There's a lot of smart soccer players here in Minnesota.
Unable to beat the first man. Van Maal puts one in. Has Ramos. Ramos decides to try to put one back in.
Logan Lay a little too big for that one to get past him, but
great pressure by Obilo. Bogard's in. 3-on-3 action here.
This is a dangerous attack. A nice ball. Sessler coming forward.
Great save by Sessler.
Lovely save.
But offside is deemed. I think Bogard hasn't gotten a lot wrong so far in this early going, Dan, but one extra touch too many, or he would have had Neshi in.
I think you're right. And with enough space that now he really has to make Sessler make a decision.
Yep. Great job getting off his line by Sessler there. Ultimately stopping it in the end, but the referee had the whistle and stopped it.
You know, a lot of ways that's the best feeling as a goalie when you save it anyway.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, look what I just did.
Yeah, I didn't even need the ref.
Ramos lumping it into Morgan and Van Maal. Kale applying really good pressure.
I mean, Bogard's been everywhere today, John.
Yeah.
What is he doing back there in the defense?
I mean, he had to be.
I love it. I love a hard-working forward.
Great footwork by Akale. Gets the foul called.
I think that was just about fair from Haggerty, although, you know, Akale, tough on that turn, tough to be grappled with. I'd love to see him use that acceleration that I know that he has.
He had that step initially, decided to try to cut it back.
But he's so dangerous when he's got up ahead of steam.
Good touch by Swollen. So good.
I was watching him play soccer with a little bit of jealousy.
Yeah. Good pressure by Van Maal and Morgan. Potential to set up a long throw here. We'll see what Van Maal's got. Goes into Akale. Cuts back, has more space. Looking to find Swollen. Gorecki has to go long with it. Great composed header from Ramos back into Sessler.
And goalie to goalie, I love to give Gorecki credit for that one. When you've got it clearing it that way where all of a sudden it's beyond the defense in a way that's awkward enough they've got to do a full reset.
Yep.
So it's not going to come right back at you. That's what you got to do.
And it just requires the back line for Minneapolis City to think about it a little bit more. Bilo goes into Moreno. Flick. Morgan has an opportunity. Has a streaking Donovan and Akale. Akale with a great first touch. Allows his runners to overlap. Finds Moreno. Moreno chips in. Almost finds Donovan. Great work by Swollen. First opportunity for us to see Bechtel really here. Spins on his defender. Berger does a really great job to step into that one.
Great job.
Falls down. Referee says it was Bechtel who pushed. It's a tough one for a defender. The attacker's facing his own goal, deep in a corner. As soon as they stop, your forward momentum's already going that way.
It was good to see Bechtel involved.
Yeah, hasn't seen a lot of the ball so far this early going here. 18 minutes in, Minneapolis 0, Sueno 0. 2 shots to 0 for the Crows. As Gorecki looks to thump this one long. Great first touch by Moreno. A little bit of trouble, gets out of it. Gets the foul called. They go quick. Swollen finds Morgan.
So there are a lot of things to love about these City fans, John, but one of the things that I love the most is the appreciation they have for the technical side of the game. They love a good first touch. They love a tight turn. They can recognize maybe the things beyond, let's win a corner kick and get all hype about it.
Bechtel has Berger again. Berger does a great job to win it from Bechtel, and Bechtel does a great job not getting the foul called.
Yeah, great strength there from Barger. I think it's Barger.
Barger?
He was barging a little bit.
See what you did there. Barger. Yeah, thanks for pointing out the name there, Dan. Appreciate it.
I'm here to help. Swollen on the ball again.
Great little one-touch soccer there by the Crows. Swollen had an opportunity there.
Furr's very quick out. I've been impressed by this Sueno defense.
Yeah, really organized.
They've only given up 3 goals over 5 matches so far this summer. Ooh, that giveaway from Moreno.
Nice job by Ramos.
So calm.
Bechtel returns the favor back to Ramos. Morgan's loaded and he's in.
Oh, Ogunlehi. Big, strong guy. I know that because Morgan is a big, strong guy.
Into Bechtel. Has an opportunity.
Just in. It's Villet again coming in to clean up.
I mean, the Villet-Norket combination.
They've done a great job.
Really great job centrally.
Villet's so quick to move kind of side to side and help out whoever needs help. It's really challenging City. You feel like you have a little bit of space and then you don't.
Donovan has an opportunity! Goal! Donovan!
The player to watch delivers, John.
If you're USL League 2, keeping this man off of your best 11 was a bad choice.
They're just saving it for later. John, that's 7 goals here in 4 games.
Well, we're not talking about, oh, is that Morgan? Donovan's saying it's his.
Morgan may have got a touch on it, but yeah, Donovan claims it. Look, we're not saying Gorecki almost clawed that out of the goal.
Yeah, almost. In the 22nd minute, player to watch, Nathan Donovan, with the first goal of this game. What we're not talking about, Dan, is the fantastic ball that Obilo put in outside the foot bender.
Oh, that was a beauty.
And it was the first opportunity that we've seen where the Sueno backline just had no answer for a ball lofted in.
Look, I'm not sure I'd want to tangle with Donovan and Morgan. Oh, nice move from Moreno. John, we'll have to hear from the scores table on who officially got that goal.
Uh-oh.
Van Mol gives it away.
Great tackle by Swollen. This game just ratcheted up a notch here, Dan.
I love watching Jake Swollen play soccer.
I know, it's such a luxury to have him on our team. Moreno fights through a tackle.
There's a few there that, yeah, you're starting to see the intensity ratchet up. Referee's going to the first one. Man, every time I tell a ref to do that, never listen. That said, I've seen this guy a number of times. What a good referee.
Yeah, that's a really good job. I think what we talked about last time was the players just didn't know how to play with the referee that we had at the Rochester FC game. I mean, there was 5 yellow cards to 0 in favor of the Crows, and the Crows just kind of didn't know how to play when going into challenges.
Yeah, it's rare that you see that many yellow cards in general for a city team, but really for any team when they win or winning 8-0.
So the scorers table did give it to
Donovan. So you're right, John. Great eyes from up here. People say we in the booth don't see the game, obviously.
Oh, we had replay, so I'm not gonna. Cat's out of the bag. We saw it like 3-4 times. I'm not trying to even say I've got good enough eyesight. In fact, I didn't honestly know who it was right away. So.
Well, I'll tell you, I thought for a second Gorecki was going to call that out of the goal.
Bogard causing some problems for Ramos.
Yeah, beat him up there, but Ramos.
Really great job to win that in. There's a counterattack opportunity for the Crows.
Ramos is so calm.
I mean, when you're a 6-year veteran of USL League One and championship, great tackle.
Bill it in again. And Swollen, like I said, the 2 6s.
Finds Dr. Goals, who just throws in a half chance. Anything will do sometimes, Dan, and that goes in for another dangerous corner kick opportunity for the Crows.
You know, I thought Furs did a good job getting a foot out there. Morgan was lurking dangerously off of Barger's shoulder. Dr. Goals saw something.
From the owner of the corner bar comes Fathead Bill's, the new, almost new spot for smash burgers in downtown Minneapolis. They have all your corner bar favorites, including a great staff, and of course the almost world famous Joey Wings. Pretty soon you'll be able to check out the new Flathead Bills. Dangerous ball comes in. Great opportunity from Barger. Akale throws one in. Morgan keeps it into the zone. Akale looking to go back post. Has options there, but a little too far. "25 minutes in," excuse me, Minneapolis City 1, Sueno 0, 4 shots to nothing.
You know, although in a lot of ways, John, I think that understates how dangerous Sueno have looked on the counterattack. They've had a few pulled back for offside, and early on they're quite dangerous. And with Easton Bogard up top, I mean, we've seen his ability. This is a dangerous team. This is not like the other games that City's had so far this season at Edor Nelson Field.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Husney looking to go into Bechtel. Bechtel back to Obilo, who recycles to Sessler. Donovan has an opportunity. Chasing down. Good head on it.
Furs giving him a shove there right at the end into the fence. Good tracking by Furs.
Smart by Donovan. Kicks the ball onto the field. Makes the ball kid go get it, slowing down the opportunity for Sueno to have an early goal kick there. After that goal, Dan, I saw Donovan go to Ramos to talk about something. Maybe he sees something with that Sueno backline and the fact that there might be an opportunity to hit that hitter a little quicker. Sueno with a little bit of an overload here. Great 1-2.
in the end, he's going to want that one back. But look, Haggerty driving forward. City was on the back foot, and you had a lot of options. Actually, not unlike Morgan, sometimes you just got to take the shot, make them respect that if you're on the ball like that, you'll be pulling the trigger.
Yeah, absolutely. Citizens are feeling it right now. Sessler goes long. Moreno gets a flick.
Backs up. Can't quite get on the ball. And, he hasn't gotten on the ball a ton. Last time City played Sueno, Bechtel went off. 2 goals and assists. He was just a live wire. And you can see, as Bogart pulls down Ramos, you can see Varga doing a nice job. And overall, Sueno really trying to make sure that he doesn't get the ball. I'd want to make sure of that too.
Easton Bogart got the worst of that Ramos challenge.
I wouldn't want to tangle with either of those guys, but especially not Jason Ramos.
Absolutely not. Kale sees that one out. Big ups to some celebrities watching this game at home, Dan. Coach Tudor Flintham.
Legend.
Going in on the text line. Congratulations on the wedding or impending wedding. Apologize if I don't know when that is. Didn't get the invite, Tudor. Kale still on it. Finds Moreno into Swallen. And Husney decides to go back into Sessler.
You talk about variety. City have shown their ability to play it long, as we saw with Sessler. Get it on the deck. Then a little bit of dribble, and that one's been a little bit tougher. They've been closed down so quickly, but trying to show Sueno a lot of variety in their attack.
We're going to go into a hydration break here, which gives us an opportunity to thank a few more sponsors, Dan. Minneapolis City's in good hands with longtime sports medicine partner Twin City Orthopedics. You too can have TCO on your side with a wide variety of specialty services to help you achieve your goal of returning to full health. Learn more at tcomn.com.
Well, as we do this too, John, let's give a thanks to Twin Cities Barber Co. Our man in the PA, Nate Morales, is just there. He's talking to me about his conversation with Gunnar and the boys. And guys, if you want to look your best, that's where you got to go. It's the only barber you should trust in Minneapolis. I go there myself.
I don't have any hair, so I don't go there.
It would go otherwise.
Yep.
Twin Cities Barber Co., locally owned and operated in the heart of South Minneapolis, offers quality services that'll have you feeling your best. Treat yourself to a traditional barbershop with modern style, and make an appointment today at tcbarberco.com.
So if you're looking at the tail of the tape here, folks, 1-0 Minneapolis City over Sueno going into the hydration break. Still no shots for Sueno. Maybe a half shot, I don't know what you want to call that, by Villett. Or was it Norkett?
It was Haggerty driving forward.
Thank you, Dan. That's why you're the second best in the business. Haggerty had the only real good opportunity other than set pieces for Sueno. But honestly speaking, Dan, like this one has been kind of downhill for City. When I say that, I mean downhill through the bouts of possession, like sustained bouts of possession. So if you're Sueno, it's hot, you brought 15 players, are you playing a little bit deeper? We thought more of a track meet, seeing that they scored so many goals so far this season, but maybe they are looking to play a little bit deeper, try to possess the ball a little bit more, but it's been City who had most of the possession.
100%. That said, we have seen how dangerous they can be on the counterattack, particularly through Easton Bogart, who feels like he's been everywhere. But we saw Haggerty getting forward for that shot. Neshi, as he's kind of operating kind of around the edges of the City back three, if Sueno can get out quickly, if they can kind of get at that City defensive line, they're looking really dangerous. That's classic away team approach.
Absolutely. But what we've seen, though, Dan, is that through those bouts of possession, when Minneapolis City loses it in the defensive third, they're playing in a lower block so that counterattack is less dangerous because they don't have numbers forward.
Well, absolutely. I think we've got to appreciate actually all the players on both sides. They are quick to close down. They are quick to track back. Big shout out, though, to our man Jake Swallen. He has just been unbeatable so far, cleaning up in front of the City defense.
McCauley gets it right. 1 to beat. Great first touch by
Morgan. Ogunleye just got a little bit of a touch there is all he needed.
The referees are saying goal kick.
Huh.
Gorecki goes quick. But the referee is saying that the ball was moving. Lucking out for Minneapolis City there as Sueno decided to go fast. I don't know if we see a replay on that. Maybe we see whose toe it touched last. Great first touch by Morgan. Yeah, I touched Morgan last. Sorry, Akeem.
Bogart, nice win.
Swallen makes him feel it. Great job by the official to be right on it. Allow Swallen the opportunity to calm down. I've seen Bogart hit the Edor Nelson turf a few times tonight. That's what happens when you're the danger man, though, Dan.
Absolutely, and he has been everywhere.
Barger looking to go in, long.
Whoa, Husni. Whew. Had to tangle with Neshi there. Sessler picks up. That was very dangerous.
Well, that's just another reason why you have to cut the ball off at the source, Dan.
Sorry, I said Neshi. That was Norkit.
Barger had way too much time on the ball there. Moreno.
Oh, unlucky with the touch.
Donovan keeps it in. Moreno goes in to Morgan, trying not to foul.
But John, I think City got very...
Great first touch by Obilo. Has some options. Unlucky to get it right.
They got very lucky there. Husni doing a nice job defending. Other referees would have called that.
Swallen lurking again, wins the tackle. Moreno gives it to him, gets it back. Chip in, looking for runners. Barger found Zakemski. We tried to poke it on to Neshi.
Now we're starting to see Sueno, how quickly they can spring their attack.
I mean, they have to. You're on the road. This is one that you only face this team one time. You have to start to ratchet things up a little bit. You don't want Minneapolis City to get that second one. Ball goes in long. Bechtel thumps it. Morgan fighting for it.
Ogunleye takes out Norkit.
Calm defending by Ramos. Unable to find Donovan. Donovan's had his hands full so far, but he is the decider right now. Great switch of the field by Barger. Great tackle in.
Swallen, you think he missed it? He has the smallest go-go gadget legs I've ever seen. Oh!
And we're definitely going to see the book.
Yeah, Villet here in the 36th minute. Can't do that. As he catches Morgan as Morgan looks to break free.
I mean, he had the tackle won if Morgan didn't roll the ball the other way. And now we have an opportunity, Dan, where the Minneapolis City Central 3 and the front 3 can go at Villet a little bit more, being on that yellow card with a lot of time to play.
And Villet has had to do so much, and he's gotten it right up until that one, but that's where in transition, I think you're right, John. He's gonna have to think. He's gonna have to think a second time before going in.
Opportunity for a deep throw here.
You know I love a long throw. Although it goes short.
Obilo lumps one in. Donovan's lurking. Swallen touches one down. Bogard finds.
Ooh, we've got an attack here.
Sloan. Looks to be covered by Minneapolis City.
Ramos does a nice job.
Really nice job of requiring the proper amount of pressure there. Still not out of it. Ramos did a really good job tracking back 35 yards there, you know, and forcing Sueno to go backwards. They had options. You can't go through a guy that big, so him being in that right spot, moving them backwards was absolutely key there.
Well, he got his positioning perfect so they couldn't be cut back on. He really just killed that attack dead.
Another corner here for Sueno. They've been dangerous on these, looking to go deep.
Near post that time.
Ball's not out yet. Van Maal throws his body on the line. Gets the clearance out.
Looking late, working on Morgan. This is these two guys on the wrong side of the field.
Yeah, they've been going at it all game. Hogan Leahy doesn't look like as strong as a player as like physically as Hakeem Morgan does, but very, very strong defensively and using his body. I mean, those two have been trying to shield each other off for about 35 of the 37 minutes here.
I can't even imagine what their joint bench press is. But Ogunleye, you know, he's got a height advantage, which as those high balls come in, he's using. So we're getting to the end of the first half here, John. Give me your hot take.
My hot take is if Minneapolis City, I know they're trying to keep possession and they're moving the chess pieces around. Great work by Ramos. Spins Bogart around. They're trying to move the chess pieces around, but what we've seen is the tracking of runners by the back three of Furs, Barger, and Ogunleye. A little bit slow to pick up all of the runners. So I'd like to see maybe a little bit of a quicker transition from the midfield centrally to those runners.
Big win over Moreno. Will Swallen is there, as he always is.
Just going a little bit quicker. I think there's an opportunity from a counter-attack perspective for the Crows to just play slightly faster.
Great read by Swallen, and uses his body. Norkett just takes him out, but that was all down to Swallen's positioning.
I'd like to see the Crows try to test the back line here. It's a little bit stretched out. Donovan's isolated one-on-one with his attacker, potentially maybe trying to go a little bit longer and maybe have a knockdown. Chooses to go to Van Maal. I don't think he was ready for it. Finds Donovan. Back to Van Maal. Akale's wide open. Van Maal has an opportunity to shoot one, doesn't. Finds Akale. Swallen back into Moreno.
Akale not as open by the time the ball got to him. That's your point about speed of play, John.
Van Maal just tries to bulldoze his way through. Donovan's still putting pressure on.
Haggerty, nice work to get that one out, and Sueno on the break. They're coming fast.
Good job by Obilo.
Neshi working on him.
1v1 Neshi. Looks to find far post. Thinks Sessler had that one covered.
I think he did too, as Neshi dragged that wide, but that just shows they're lightning fast out of the attack. Obilo, great job splitting those two as help came.
Yeah,
It's dangerous.
Obilo did a really good job of delaying Neshi.
You know, and he forced Neshi to shoot from just far enough out that it's going to be hard to beat a goalkeeper of Sessler's quality from there. Although great work from Bogart, just shutting down Ramos. I mean, Sueno want this.
Well, a lot's been talked about this game. Surprised it's not the USL 2 game of the week, to be fully transparent, Dan.
I mean, of course we are here in the Midwest. This is the big one, although the game of the week, our friends at San Francisco City FC are playing San Francisco Glens. That's a big derby match, and those two have some history.
Foul called. I don't know who you want to give it to. There was a couple different white shirts in the area. Might have been Moreno. No, it was Obilo.
Apparently for the touch from Obilo there, but
Dangerous opportunity, 25 yards out. Sessler is looking into the sun.
and this is where the sun is really a factor.
Yep. And everyone wearing a black shirt can put this on target, if I'm being honest, Dan.
Standing over the ball is Matthew Zakemski.
You think he's shooting it?
I would.
Man, I might throw one into a dangerous sunspot, which is what happened.
Ooh. Headed there by Haggerty over.
Goal side marking here. Haggerty
They were free.
Haggerty snuck in behind Swollen. Here goes our matchup again.
Sorry, and I gave that to Haggerty. He was the lead guy. It looks like it was Furs behind him, perhaps, who really got his head on the ball.
I don't know what they're calling here.
Looked like as Morgan pushed off, perhaps his hand was a little high there. Yeah, nothing in it, nothing in that. Fans are displeased.
Referee's going to talk to Morgan. Tell him to keep his hands down. If I had to bet $1 on it, Dan. Really good job by the officiating today.
That's I don't know about the yellow there. Is it accidental? You got to be careful with faces, of course. That to me is a height difference thing.
The 44th minute, sorry, 43rd minute. Number 10, Akeem Morgan with the yellow card. I mean, anything in the face, I get it.
I mean, yeah, you got to be careful with that. 100%. You got to stop the play. I get that. I think that's tough when there's no intent. It was behind. He was turning on the ball. It was a guy who was shorter than him. I mean, sometimes things like that do happen. Call the foul, restart the game. Make sure he's all right, of course. Varga keeps it in.
Good win by Ramos.
Nice job by Bechtel there to find a Kale.
Kale has options. Morgan streaking.
Lovely
Looks
ball.
to find Morgan. Barger did a great job tracking back there.
He really read that well.
Potentially, Akale had an opportunity to take a little bit more ground and maybe let one fly.
I think
your defense was backing up.
I think you're right. The only thing I'd say is we've seen that connection with that kind of outside of the boot, more vertical pass payoff before. Why not try it again?
Moreno looking forward. Hits the boot of Donovan.
I love this drive from Obilo. Whew. Taken down, though, by Neshi. Swollen's going to get booked there. He's displeased with that.
I mean, the referee already did talk to Swollen. I see why he gave the yellow card.
He said it was from persistent fouling. Could see him pointing. I think Swollen is suggesting that
there was maybe a foul before that.
Yeah, there weren't many fouls in that list, and that's what that's what players will do.
Field side's indicating 3 extra minutes of stoppage here as we get past the first 45.
The visual is indicated there will be a minimum of 3 minutes at a time. 3 minutes.
From all hacks away, and what
Great
a turn.
first touch by Donovan. He's going to try to outrun his defender. They go back in.
First, a little bit too quick for him in the end. What a touch and turn, though.
Great step by Obilo. But here's where the counterattack can turn.
Especially now you got Swollen on that yellow card. He's got to play differently.
Yep, Moreno's going to have to track back here. Ball into Bogard.
Ramos, great
tackle by
job.
Ramos.
And he keeps the ball. Lovely stuff. That's professional defending.
If you're talking about persistent fouling,
I would have
get to the point where Bogard's going to have to be looked at a little bit. He has fouled Ramos a couple times.
There have been a lot of kicks, John.
Bogard complaining that Sessler's not taking this fast enough. You have to believe he wouldn't be complaining if it was the other side of the coin.
Well, you never do. That's just part of the game. I do love the...
Donovan up, finds Morgan. has an opportunity to, friends in the middle. Ball bounces off of him though for a goal kick.
Collie wanted that a little quicker.
Yeah, putting the right boot through that one might have really put something on Gorecki's mind.
And that's not a corner in the end.
Into the second minute of stoppage time here.
Sueno have really turned up the...
Swallen finds Moreno. There are a lot of white shirts in here. Moreno has an opportunity to shoot one, and he does. Goes wide. Barcher goes down in a heap. Referee's going to tell him that get up.
I think that was just Moreno being frustrated. Oh. Not much into it.
Gorecki puts his foot through one. Who's the
Great
great
win.
win?
I mean, you can see the budding rivalry between these two teams already.
It's great,
and you love
man.
it.
It's great. It's
You
good.
love it.
And it's good soccer.
It's a lot of fun to watch on both sides.
Great work by Ramos. Sessler puts his foot through one. Kale's not winning a header. Good touch by Donovan.
Kicks it right into first.
Yeah. And the referee indicates that'll do it for the first half. Minneapolis City 1, Sueno 0. 5 shots to 2 in favor of the Crows.
What a half.
What a half of soccer. I'm John Biswarm. That's Dan Hudeman. We're going to take a break and try to unpack this one. We'll come back to you with some first half recap and highlights. Please stay with us.
loves ugly. God loves ugly.
Welcome back, soccer fans. I'm John Bisworm. That's the Dan Hudeman. Edor Nelson Field on the campus of Augsburg University, where your Minneapolis City Crows won, Sueno FC 0. Shots 5-2. Lot to really talk about, not to really unpack. Handful of yellow cards. Both Jake Swallen in the 44th minute.
And then the opposite side's number 6, Tyler Villett, in the 36th.
And in the 43rd, Hakeem Morgan. A 22nd minute goal by Dr. Goals, Nathan Donovan, is the separator here. But let's talk, Dan, a little bit about what we both saw. So I think we both agreed on the fact that so much talent on the soccer field right now on both sides.
Oh, and this is a fun game to watch.
Really fun game to watch. If you're a silent observer or you cheer for either team, you have to concede that both sides played great.
100%.
More opportunities for Minneapolis City, but for me, it was the fact of who had the control of the ball more, and that was Minneapolis City. We did talk about, though, an away game plan is sit a little bit deeper, figure out what's going to happen. They've been here before. They know the crowd's loud. They know all the things about us. Probably watch tape about the team this year as well.
Right.
And they've been sitting a little bit deeper. But Minneapolis City's had the opportunity to kind of just move the pieces around and be a little bit more calmer on the ball, where Sueños had to look to the counterattack. because they're sitting a little bit deeper, being a little bit more cautious defensively. And we talked about like what can Minneapolis City do differently? It's, in my opinion, it's play a little bit faster to those runners, because every time the ball passes the midfield stripe, there's 3, 4, 5 runners. Like, there's options there. It's just got to happen faster.
I think you're right. And I do think there's a balance. When City were in control, when they're patient with the ball, they were really able to control the game. The con was, they were missing some of the runners sometimes. And particularly as this game gets into its later stages, being really thoughtful about when they attack is going to be key, because Sueno, they're sitting a little bit deep, but they're so lightning fast on the counterattack.
Yep.
And I don't know that the 5-2 shots is quite as fair to the balance of play as it should be. They've been called offside a couple times. They put the City back line on a lot of pressure. Easton Bogart has been a live wire. But Jason Ramos showing why we saw last game Daniel Sessler just raving about his leadership, about his quality, about how he called him a luxury for a goalkeeper. How's that for praise?
Right? I mean, yeah, an absolute luxury. As Sueno's taking their time to get out of the locker room here, hopefully the door's open and they're not stuck inside there. Same with the officials. They have not yet made it out either. You see City General Manager Matt Van Benschoten walking out.
Well, and here come the away side.
And here come the away side. And the fans are giving it to him for coming out a little bit late. But I think, Dan, like we talked about too, that the back line of Furs, Ogunlier, and Barger, like doing a very good job kind of managing the attack, but they've had to constantly track runners, and that takes a lot out of you. We didn't talk about the fact that Hakeem Morgan and Ogunlier have been battling for 45 minutes.
Oh, they have.
So then you look at the bench, you have a full, like I mentioned before in the onset, Minneapolis City has a full bench. 4 players traveled for Sueno on the bench. So somewhere there's going to be a tired weak spot for Sueno in the second half if the same play styles continue.
No, I think you're right, and that's where, if you're watching from anywhere south of, say, the Mason-Dixon line, you may look at 84 and sunny on turf is not that much, but certainly up here, you're not necessarily used to it. And particularly here at Edor Nelson Field, the heat just stays on the pitch. It's an enclosed space. It makes it loud. It makes it a great atmosphere. It makes it hot.
It also makes it really hot. Yeah, absolutely. Stands are packed today, Dan.
Well, a great day for June soccer, and a big matchup, John. So these two teams, number 1 and 2 on top of the Heartland Division. Number 1 and 2 in the division do go into the USL League 2 playoffs. However, to qualify for the U.S. Open Cup, that is done based on division winners with the best points per game. That's why, though Minneapolis City went to the last 8 in the national playoffs, they didn't qualify, while Des Moines Menace, who went out in the first round of the playoffs to Sueno at home, why they did. They won their division. They won it with a higher points per game than the Crows. So that's how that works, and that's why this game is going to be critically important for both sides as they look for that Open Cup bid.
Whatever, nerd. Sit down, nerd. Thanks for unpacking that, though, Dan. In all honesty, it's U.S. soccer is going to U.S. soccer. So you never know how things work. Typically, you win, you're in.
You'd think that would be what it is, but you never know. And you never know what's going to happen next year. The rules change from time to time, but at least that's what we've seen the last couple seasons, and we expect it will continue.
Yep, absolutely. Well, we're about 5 minutes behind schedule here. Sueno took their time getting out of the locker room, as did the officials, but Nathan Donovan's on the ball, about ready to get the second half underway here. 1-0 Minneapolis City over Sueno, and the second half begins.
No changes for either side yet. Though, like you said, City have a full bench. One of the advantages of playing at home, John. Easy to get guys out.
The ball. That speed was able to keep it in.
Was working on Villett there.
On that yellow card.
Looks like that's going to be a goal kick in the end.
The goalkeeper didn't really like that ball, apparently. Gorecki looking to go long. Whose knee's there? Kale forcing Villet back to Gorecki, who smashes one into Haggerty. Pretty hard for Haggerty to try to handle that one.
Yeah, there are a lot of reasons why.
Moreno, if he gets a touch right, he can have a shot on goal, and he does. Oh, what a goal! Alex Moreno!
Golazo! Unbelievable in the bottom corner.
Caught Gorecki falling asleep on his line. As I said during the run of play, if he gets the touch right, he has an opportunity to shoot. And boy, did he, Dan.
Just put his laces through it. Nice dipping drive. Beauty.
And that's the way you start.
That is the way you start. That's a critical second goal. That's going to give some insurance for City. They do say, John, the 2-0 lead is the most dangerous.
Yeah, that's someone who's never played soccer.
I'll tell you what, one of the things that's tough about a small pitch, there are a number of them, is you get that encouragement to play it long. It makes sense in a lot of ways. What pressure that puts on defenders, defensive midfielders from both sides. You can't make mistakes. You can't slip. You can't let it bounce.
And
crazy things happen.
And for goalkeepers, you constantly have to be aware of what's happening because it is so compact and the ball can bounce out any weird direction.
Absolutely.
Good leg on the A. Oh, unlucky for Husny.
That might be the first time he's set a foot wrong this season. Sloan can't do anything with it behind Sesser's goal, but that's what we're talking about. Just something like that, and boom, you're right there on goal.
Yeah. The friendly, tight confines of Edor Nelson Field.
I'll tell you, it was fun to play in when I was older. I didn't have to run as much.
And in men's league. Oh, great move by
Ramos has just been so calm.
high line by Sueno.
It's a good turn, but Moreno's there.
The ball finds Morgan.
That was nice from Macaulay to let that go by. He just seems to know what's happening, even if it's behind him.
The goal scorer Moreno on the ball, out to Van Maal.
Oh, Van Maal, nice
Has
driving
an opportunity.
forward. Ooh, Furs got there.
That's a great tackle by Furs.
Yeah, fans didn't like it, but that was lovely. And he had to get that one right.
Absolutely.
I love that from Van Maal, though. Burst of pace, drive forward. He went past three guys.
Great possession here for Minneapolis City. Swallowing out wide to goal scorer Moreno. Finds Akale. Can pin the defender's ear back here. Has an opportunity. Shoots it wide. Gorecki had that covered. But that's the area where, if we're talking about our commentary from halftime, and I wanted to see Minneapolis City play quicker, and that was it right there. And yes, the ball didn't find a dangerous opportunity for Gorecki, but still made him answer a question there.
Well, and now, yeah, for the defense, for the goalkeeper, now you've got to be aware of that. And you got to play differently. You got to set yourself differently. And particularly at this stage of the game, getting them pinned back and asking those questions is going to be the key for the City side, who don't want to let this turn into lethargy and let Sueno get the front foot. That's how these games start to turn.
Great head back by Swollen.
So two again, Morgan and Ogunleye just muscling each other.
Obilo with the ball into Kale.
Oh!
If he gets that right, we're looking at potentially 3-0 for the Crows.
What a great run from Macaulay.
But that's that early ball we talked about, Dan. Speed of play is putting Sueno under distress. And it goes back to the fact we talked about the depth of the roster they brought. There are going to be some tired players, and a ball like that is what capitalizes on a tired player.
No, you're absolutely right.
Get a little bit caught ball watching.
Well, it's hard to just react so quickly time after time after time. Macaulay with a great run, just couldn't get his feet quite set.
Moreno back into Sessler.
Look at that trust in Swollen. Man on his back, Sessler direct to him, top of the box anyway. So we're starting to see with how this team is playing, just a ton of trust in each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bechtel's little slip there, unfortunate, but
Well, and it's all 1- and 2-touch soccer. It's really fun to watch.
it's been a lot of fun to watch. Norket on the attack, but Ramos there again.
Finds Bechtel. He can get on his horse. He has some grass.
Looking for his college teammate, Hakeem Morgan. Flag ends up going for Nathan Donovan.
If you're talking about strategy at half, you can see that Sueno's looking to commit more numbers forward. There's constantly those front three that are standing on the back line of Minneapolis City.
They are, and you can see him even pushing Van Maal back, the wing back. Well, no
Shouts
call.
for a handball.
That's where you can't stop, gentlemen. Good ball across, and
And
a
a
finish.
goal.
City angry about that call. That makes it 2-1.
Not what you're looking for from Minneapolis City, but like you said, Dan, you can't stop if the referee's whistle doesn't blow.
Yeah, they're upset. They're rightly upset there, as it looks like Sakemski buries that one here in the 53rd minute on the cutback.
Now it's a little bit of a different game then, Dan. Minneapolis City completely in control, finds themselves not fully marked up, and Sueno, like they do in this Heartland Conference, bury their opportunities.
Well, you saw 3 City players stop and put their hands up, and you know what? It looked like probably a handball, but the referee,
What a touch by Swollen.
lovely. Referee isn't going to see it from there, and you just can't stop.
Swollen into a Kale. Kale out to Van Maal. There are some shirts in there.
Oh, love that ball behind the back. He gets the thumbs up from Donovan, but nothing doing there for City. So we got about 40 minutes to play, John. I think that's as good of a time as any to thank Stimulus Athletic. From the 10-year anniversary feather weather kit to the Bolt from the Black kit, Stimulus Athletic has helped Minneapolis City put fire on the backs of our players season after season. And they can do the same for your team, no matter the level, no matter the age group. Don't settle for average.
Great tackle by Obilo. Taken down by the attacker. Not out of danger yet. Bechtel's clearance right back into Sueno. Does a great job to win the ball.
Big tackle from Bechtel, and I think he's going to get in the book for that.
I think he's just going to get a talking to. I don't think it was dangerous. Thought he won the ball. Man goes down, but sometimes that happens. Dangerous opportunity here for Sueno, 20 yards out. Sessler's not looking into the sun anymore.
But if you're City here, you really have to mind the momentum. And you've got to make sure that you just get back that edge that you had to start the second half.
Ball in.
Great win from Ramos. He had Neshi right there. Now we've got a head injury. Got to stop that right now. Neshi's down. Looks like he is getting up. Hope he's okay. He's got his shirt over his head. Oof.
I mean, you hate to say that Sueno got lucky on an injury, but the counterattack was 4-on-1 for Minneapolis City right there.
Yeah, that was a dangerous, dangerous counterattack. Neshi went down hard. As a former player, John, I love the attention to head injuries.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
As a defender, I'd be glad that I wasn't 4-on-1 with this City attack.
home sign fan or not, you want to make sure that he's okay. I mean, I would have liked the 4-on-1, but
Yeah. And Neshi's been good for them. That leap to contest that cross there was decent.
and the drop ball goes to Minneapolis City. Moreno puts his foot through one. Van Maal has a step.
First hoofs away.
Great win by Husney.
Husney, yeah.
Good pressure by City.
Morgan, good battle.
Bilo back to Morgan.
I'd love to see those two guys, Morgan and Ogunleye, do a little arm wrestling contest after the game.
We know who'd win the squat competition, but we figured out who won the bench press. So the trainer is doing the concussion tests on the injured Sueno player. Opportunity here with a man down for Minneapolis City to capitalize. Ball into Donovan, back to Moreno, the goal scorer. Gets tripped up a little bit. Swollen wins the challenge. Goes back to Husny. Great ball in.
Oh, looking for that 1-2, but Donovan gives it away.
But look at the way he tracks back. Like, he understands he made the mistake.
Oh, great ball over the top to Norkett.
Yeah, Husny and Van Maal in the area. Great step by Husny. Substitution coming in for Minneapolis City. It's as if Shea Bechtel, number 17's day is done. And number 14, Morgan Olsen, is going to enter the fray.
John, I love this substitution. Wingbacks are critical. Energy is critical for wingback. It's a hot day. Let's keep him fresh. And we know Olsen. We know his quality.
There was a Sueno substitution. We'll wait for that one to come.
Sueno look like they're prepping for a long throw, sending the big man up and deep into the box.
Dangerous opportunity here for the Crows. Got to get it right. Donovan with a really good job to get the head on it. Dangerous ball in. Sassler with the punch. Not out of danger yet.
That one's probably going wide, but Sessler making the save anyway on Zakemski. Sueno, you have to say, John, they've had the upper hand here these last few minutes, and they've got the goal to cut the City lead to just 1.
Great win by Ramos.
Moreno knocked down, and that'll be a City free kick. It's getting physical in that box.
Yeah, I mean, don't play, ref.
Well, we should give a thanks to Manitou Soccer Club, our ball kids today. Minneapolis City loves to support local youth soccer, the future of the game. Manitou, thanks for coming out.
Looks as if the injured player did return for Sueno. Glad he's okay.
Whoa, big over the top there. Furs over Donovan.
Morgan's first opportunity on the ball. Finds Akale. Beats his man. Beats him again. Morgan can't get the tackle right.
Bogart asked for the yellow card. Ramos is walking off with the ball. There's a lot going on. The Sueno coach is yelling at the fourth officials, now yelling at the City coaches. This is lower league drama, everybody.
Ramos gets the yellow card in the 59th minute. Force has given the fourth official an earful.
And I think that's fair. Bogart has been grappling with him, grabbed him all day, grabs and falls down. Ah, that's soft to me. And given in a game that's been so even, that's been contested on the ball, to contest off the ball with something like that, not my favorite as an observer. But it does change the game for Sueno in a positive way. Ramos, who's been excellent. Now he's got to think differently on the yellow. He's been flawless so far today outside of that. If you're City, how are you feeling, John? You got 30 minutes left, a 1-goal lead, but the momentum has swung the other way.
I think you got to put the foot on the accelerator. I think you have to go at the back line. I think substitutions came in. I think potentially you go to the substitutions bench. You have the luxury of more players. Really give Sueno something to think about when they're tired. Morgan, great pressure on Barger. Barger looks to go deep. Swallow, great choice. Finds Van Maal. Tries to go out wide to Donovan. Great spin move there by Haggerty.
Yeah, Haggerty did just enough, and then really lovely to keep the ball.
Long ball in. Ramos puts his foot through it. Van Maal gets the touch wrong. Bogart a little bit too eager there.
Ramos has done a great job of getting Obilo and Husni just a step or so ahead of him,
Yep.
and then making that step as Bogart makes that run. It's just lovely orchestration from the defense, and particularly from that big man in the middle.
If you're Easton Bogart, thinking about what happens life after USL 2, going up against someone like Jason Ramos is what you can expect.
Yeah, good way to learn what the next level's like.
Bad giveaway by City. Van Maal,
stuck
another
again by
giveaway.
Haggerty. Haggerty's driving forward.
Shouts for handball.
I don't know that you can give that with the new rule at all. Arms in the regular spot as he makes a slide tackle. In the old days, though,
Yeah,
he's screaming.
yeah, absolutely. We looked at the replay and there was nothing in that. Morgan pressuring Barger. Out wide to Furs. Long ball into Haggerty. Lumps one in. But Sessler easily handles that.
Norkett on Morgan Olsen in the air there. A little bit of a mismatch, but Morgan Olsen does just enough.
Finds Donovan's feet, actually Morgan. Into Moreno, who has space. That's not a foul.
That's definitely not a foul.
Is that Villett? I mean, he made the initial contact into Akale.
Colley's letting the ref know, hey, what am I supposed to do when he initiates contact?
If I get a replay on that.
Yeah, goes right at Akale.
Right into Akale. Still feeling it. I mean, if you're Sueno, who do you have to replace a player like Villett if he can't continue?
No, it's a light bench, that's for sure. And he's been excellent today. Now he's on the ball. City really getting stretched. We see it now. Big grab from Sessler.
Sessler rolls the ball out to Morgan.
You know, Sessler, John, he picked up soccer late. It wasn't a sport he's played since he was a little kid. Picked it up, and man, what a player.
Yeah. Great work by Swallen.
He has so many weapons. How do you even defend him? Oh,
Great ball
lovely.
into Morgan. Has one man to beat. Is Barger.
He gets driven wide. A little unfortunate how that ball dropped, but he's on it again.
Sueno does the right thing, puts their foot through it.
Bogart all over Ramos.
He's shouting for the handball. They're not going to get it. Bad giveaway again by City.
There's nothing in that as Swallen wins the ball, but you see the tackles are coming in sharply.
City's got to clean it up a little bit. They've been a little bit lazy on their passes.
Yeah, it was a real misread from Morgan on Donovan's run there. Passed it behind him. It was so clean early. You know, now it is a little bit ragged.
Over Agunlie's head. It's a good job to track it down. It's as if Villett's okay from his knock.
I might put that one in air quotes.
Right? It's still a knock, even if you're the one who runs into the guy. Ball into Bogart, complaining to the referee.
At this point, I might just book him to quiet him down. That's what I do with my youngest son. Shout out to Xavier.
Ramos lets one fly. Why not? you give your
This is a yellow card.
youngest son a yellow card. Eat your broccoli. Yellow card.
Don't get another one of these. Straight to your bedroom.
It's like Villett's down again.
Maybe it wasn't an air quotes. I was a little tough on him. Sometimes those are hard. Full speed. Hit another grown man. He's been good today.
I mean, he's been excellent today, and it looks like he can't continue. That's a big loss for, I mean, we don't know who's coming in, but that's a big loss.
Yeah, just given the ground he's covered, how he's protected that back line. He's been good on the ball. He's had an excellent performance, I think, John. In a critical role in this game. The Sixers have really been pivoting for both teams.
He's giving his partner shin guards. Seen that one in a long time. Just walked off the field and the other guy walked on, so lower league stuff, Dan.
Yeah, it's an unusual substitution pattern, but we'll figure it out from the booth here soon. Big win by...
Oh, man.
Moreno booked for kicking the ball away after the whistle. It's frustrating with those when they're not called all game. So it does look like Villett's going to come off. Number 14, Drew Parikh, or Druv, like Bruv. Parikh is going to come on. He's going to be slotting into that number 6 position, it looks like. We don't see a change yet in how they're set up, but we'll have to watch what difference this makes.
Well, right now he's just hanging out up top, so you have to believe that they're going to probably move maybe Zakemski back. He's had a little bit, I mean, he's the goal scorer, but as far as being on the ball, been quiet today. Not as loud as Villett's been. Great first touch. Of course, right as I say that. Ramos.
So Parikh plays his soccer at University of Tulsa.
Another bad giveaway by City. Got to clean some things up for Minneapolis City.
They've very much been on the back foot after that second goal. Moreno battling. Unlucky bounce there as he wins the ball.
Off the post!
Hits the post.
Woo!
Barger smashed that.
I don't know what Bogart's asking for there.
And Bogart's asking for everything. Norkit and Swallen go up to challenge that ball.
Multiple substitutions coming on for Minneapolis City. I think now's the best time than ever.
Hold on. I think Bogart just asked me for a 50. Should I lend it to him?
No. Looks like Van Maal's coming off. Kale is coming off.
And Moreno.
And Moreno's coming off. We need one more to come off, Dan.
Well, Phil Caputo's coming on. Looks like he's going to be coming on for Van Maal. He's been so dangerous when he's played. And he's fresh, and he brings energy in that critical wingback position. Jeloni Murray-Powell, John, looks like he's on for our man in the middle, Alex Moreno.
And Niembwe came on, but we have to figure out who he came on for.
I think, John, he came on for Akale, and we're going to have a little bit of a formation change. Looks like City's gone to a back 4 with Ramos and Husni as center backs. We've got, well, we'll have to see. Don't do that yet. Niembwe is just move positions. Let's give it a minute for it to settle.
Number 6, Jeloni Murray-Powell. Number 6,
Caputo into Morgan.
Nyambwe, yet again. Whoa, goes in hard at Murray Powell. Called back for a
foul on Morgan.
A foul on Morgan is Ogunleye wins the ball.
A little bit of a shirt pull, but that didn't do anything for him barging into a player. All right, is what it is. And we play on. Rambos, great step on Bogard.
Nyambwe has to knock that one away. Ogunleye laid out by Donovan. 20 minutes, John, and it's all to play for, and it shows.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to believe there's some form of stoppage time.
Well, we've had 2 goals. We've had some fouls. We had a head injury. Yeah, I think there's going to be some stoppage time.
Too far for Berger there. It's as if there was a formation change, Dan. For Minneapolis City going 4 in the back.
Haggerty does a nice job on Donovan there. Haggerty's quietly had himself a pretty good game.
Great tackle by Smolin. Bogard fights through the challenge, has an opportunity. He's dangerous. Lays it off to Haggerty, or to
Zakemski.
Zakemski.
Whoa. You've seen those called today, but not for City.
A lot happening right now.
Sueno's just been dominating here the last, 10 minutes. City substitutes, they need to bet in. Nice cross goes in, but it's off Sloan. That'll be a City goal kick here. They really need to reset, John.
Yeah, absolutely.
A little giveaway there. So Kempsey again, free.
Woo.
Flashes that wide. He's always been free, just sitting right at the top of the box there. No one around him.
And we go into the second half hydration break. 2-1 Minneapolis City over Sueno. I think the script was a little bit flipped there, Dan, in the first half of the second half after that Moreno goal. Like
it's been all Sueno for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the last 10 minutes, John, I don't think you could say City have gotten a sniff.
I think a lot of it's been just like the easy giveaways. I mean, cleaning that up, I think we saw in the first half a lot of taking the air out of the ball with lighter line of pressure from Sueno. Now they're amping the pressure up and the giveaways are starting to happen.
No, they definitely are, and the pressure's starting higher. And we're starting to see those giveaways given by the defenders. And the defenders earlier in the game, they were the ones at the time on the ball. Look at that strike from Moreno. We can all be thankful for
rally around
like
that. I mean, you saw something similar from him against for the eventual game-tying goal against St. Croix. Same kind of thing. Popped up in the area. Good first touch. And put his foot through one. But there, unfortunately, he kind of lost his mark.
Yeah. That was a giveaway, quick turn. But yeah, Zakemski ghosting him like that.
It's a great finish.
Lovely, just roofing it. And that's where I think, going the heat, the energy, that's going to matter. City just has to put it to work.
Yeah, I think they just have to be a little bit like a half step calmer on the ball. I think they could still unlock a lot of what Sueno's throwing at them by playing a little bit faster, but completing the passes faster, not faster with giveaway.
And I think especially in that middle area, whether it's the middle part of the field, all too often it's been the passes haven't been quite right, a slight misreading of the run, you give it away there, and it's just gone right back down City's throat. A nice little head in by Nyambwe.
Great header by Obilo.
Nyambwe win again.
Nyambwe. I think now's the time where you look at, I know you want to try to, the other team can't win if they don't have the ball, Dan, right? But maybe now's the time where you start to look at some of those more direct long balls to someone like Donovan.
Well, he can hold the ball up. We've seen him turn.
Long throw by Abilo. Holy cow. Flick on. Caputo goes up for it. Murray Powell and
Oh, we're chasing Neshi.
great work by Caputo. Stays
Oh,
with it.
lovely stuff from Caputo.
Puts
Good
his foot
shot.
through one. Great individual work by number 27, Phil Caputo.
That was live wire stuff.
Didn't have a whole lot of friends in the box. Had Donovan, I think he was offside.
Gorecki did what was expected, but that shot came fast. And if you're a goalkeeper, I don't know if you think there's someone shooting from that angle, and that's what I love about Caputo. So unpredictable. Look at this right here.
A great first touch and stays with
Oop,
it.
just go right past you.
I mean, Donovan was in, but like I said, I think he might have been offside. So smart by Caputo. Overcooked. That's what you get out of someone like Phil Caputo. Just so good on the ball. And like number one in his brain is always how I can move forward.
Yeah.
How I can connect forward. And it reminds you a lot of, if you're a City fan, a lot of like Samuel Ruiz Plaza. Like when he would get the ball, always eyes forward.
Ref can't get out of the way there. There's a lot of talking, a lot of pointing. I've always found if you gesture with your arms, the referee listens to you less.
Morgan
Olsen.
dispossessed. Wins it back. Throw in for Sueno. So those are those opportunities, Dan, where like that's where you can't lose it.
And that's where the pressure of getting closed down so fast.
Murray Powell steps in.
Love this. He's got a little bit of time. Oh,
Goes
look
to the
at
chip!
that!
Oh!
Off the crossbar!
What an idea by Murray Powell. Wins
Oh,
the tackle again. Just flying into challenges.
Oh, and Gorecki almost put that in. Oh, I love everything about that except the bounce off the crossbar, John. Let's look at this again.
I mean, I didn't even see the fact that he was off of his line.
Oh, so close.
So close.
And again, so close to Gorecki knocking that back in. Look at this ball bounce back off. He's a lucky boy.
Swollen! Oh. Apparently, Nyambwe was hitting the weight room. Those throw-ins are crazy far.
Well, this is much better from City.
Well, yeah, it's finally connecting. It was a lot of disconnection, a lot of those like weird bounce giveaways and like turning before looking, playing the ball before looking. Like it was just getting eyes on who you're passing to.
Well, I think some of the energy makes a difference too, right? Murray Powell, fresh, and you could see Nyambwe, fresh, and you could see Caputo, fresh, and you could see those legs really going.
Ball white. Haggerty.
Olsen's bypassed. A nice ball
Oh,
in.
Bogart with the overhead kick.
Like, he's fun to watch. He'd be more fun if you know, for all you homers out there who wasn't playing for Minneapolis City, but he's another one. He's going to try stuff. He's going to get in positions. That was high, but, you know, as a defender, you've got to watch him.
That's what I'm talking about. Getting a little bit,
Morgan, testing looking lay. Go
Causing-
all the way back.
causing some problems. Bogart goes down again.
Referee tells him to get up.
Caputo has some space, goes out wide to Nyambwe. Nyambwe with a nice cut. Finds Swollen.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Envoy slipped a little bit there.
Obilo with a great idea. Finds Caputo.
Oh, looking for that cutback with Morgan there.
Staying with it. I don't know if that's a foul, but
If you're Ogunleye, you know, that's where, as a defender, you can take advantage of the forwards on your back.
yeah. But I think you're right, Dan, the energy. It's been a lot different since the likes of Murray Powell and Caputo and Niembwe. Ramos with a fantastic
Great
tackle.
tackle.
Absolutely had to get that right on the yellow card with a lot of black shirt.
Yeah, behind him, goal side. Look at this. Perfect.
Sessler goes deep into Donovan.
I'm not sure if anyone won it, but still, Fur's under a lot of pressure.
That's what I was talking about, Dan. Maybe it is time to get more direct.
Yeah, pin them back, take
Yep.
advantage of the shorter field.
I mean, you don't like to say that when you're only up 1 goal in the dying minutes of a game here, but I mean, it does make sense. Like, everything that has put Minneapolis City under distress has been from the back line and short passes within the middle. So bypass it all.
Anyway, what a throw.
Donovan gets a flick on it.
Yeah, a little too easy in the end for Gorecki.
Who wants to go long. Ramos tracking back.
It's going to go all the way to Sessler.
Call that a shot on target.
Another save. Daniel Sessler.
Sessler finds the Niembwe. He has Donovan open in the middle. Chooses to go out wide to Morgan Olsen. Has one player to beat. Takes the air out of the ball back into Swollen.
Look at this pressure
To
on
Murray Powell.
Love that little move from Mahusni to find Murray Powell.
Olsen to Caputo.
Caputo
Turns and hits
shoots!
one. Ooh, just wide.
And that's where you can see that energy. All new players that came in and once
Absolutely.
Mahusni played that forward.
Substitute waiting to come on for Minneapolis City. And it looks like it's going to be Asher Azuzu eventually for Akeem Morgan.
Well, he's going to be a debutant here for the Crows.
If Asher Azuzu sounds familiar, a number of players making the trip across the river from St. Croix. Played the last 3 seasons with St. Croix Legends. Played his collegiate soccer at my alma mater, Dan, UW Milwaukee.
I mean, you know I love the Panthers, John. The Horizon League.
Yeah, Horizon League rocks.
Substitution for Minneapolis City in the 85th minute, replacing
Caputo applying pressure.
number 24, Asher Azuzu.
So Obilo's going in the book here for holding on to Bogard in the 84th minute.
The yellow card caution issued in the 85th minute. Minneapolis City's number 3, Ben Beaton.
You know, Bogart's doing a nice job working across the back line, working the referee, you know, making contact and, you know, kind of selling the results. And, you know, I had a coach who talked about the referee's not going to call it if he doesn't know what happens. And so, you know, you may not like it, but there's kind of an art to let the referee know that it happened.
Great tackle by Morgan Olsen. Should have won the throw there. Goes to Sueno, 85th minute, 2-1 Minneapolis City over Sueno.
Sueno have a long throw.
Sueno having asking the majority of the questions in the second half here after that Moreno goal. Throw goes in. The flick's in. Ramos gets a foot to it.
Swollen out to Caputo, who hacks it away.
Good clearance by Caputo. Actually, even better intervention from Swollen.
That's the thing, that ball pinging around, you've got to be decisive. Another long throw again. Murray Powell wins it.
That's the area I was talking about.
Can't give that ball away.
Yeah, right there. I mean, it's unlucky because it's a difficult kind of area to get out of, but that one's the foot through it up to Donovan.
And then unlucky there as that was a clearance that ended up hitting Morgan Olson.
Good touch by Caputo. Finds Swallen.
Swallen does a nice job just to give City a minute.
Great work by Azuzo. Oh, this hits that one. 86th minute going into the 87th. If you're watching this one at home, you've been treated to a really good one. That's why both these teams are sitting atop the Heartland table. See a foul throw there by Haggerty. Don't see that very often.
You really don't. But, you know, I love they call it. I'll have to say that refs have been looser as players get older, but there's nothing like a foul throw call. Whoa.
Straight through the back. That's got to be a yellow card.
I'm surprised it hasn't. Haggerty's been he's been physical today. That the referees deems the foul fair.
Like that's not even
right through the back.
Not playing the ball. We've seen
no way he could play the ball.
We've seen yellow cards for worse, but Minneapolis City will take the air out of the ball for a bit. Donovan gets back up.
Murray Powell over the ball. John, I've been impressed by him as he's come on, and we saw him, you know, last year in this division. What a player! Oh,
Husney
slips.
Opportunity for Bogard, but Ramos eats him up. Gives him a shout.
Great recovery from City and Ramos in particular after Husney slipped. But that's a Sueno corner, John.
And we know these are dangerous. Everyone back from Minneapolis City. Got to get the marking assignments right. Ball goes in. Ooh.
In swinger, and that's wide. Looks like that was Norkett and Murray Powell who both were like, hey man, my bad. As Norkett fires that one wide.
Sesser will take all the time he needs. And if you're a Sueno fan and you're angry about that, it happens. All over soccer. The World Cup's coming. You're going to watch time wasting.
You're going to see so much. Time wasting you've never seen.
Referee indicates 5 minutes of extra time.
I'm not sure what the foul was there.
You cannot give Murray Powell a yellow card there.
That was Ozuzu who came in after Murray Powell dropped back.
When the ball gets kicked at you as you're turning around. But Ozuzu in the 89th minute, another yellow card.
This is one of those games, again, where I look at the yellow card count and I've seen how the game has been played. And I just don't get it.
Long ball in. Ramos up for it. Caputo has tons of space. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Azuzu, nice run to make the defenders.
And he's in.
Think about it. Lovely ball. Oh, Azuzu. Oh, Donovan wanted that so bad. Oh, that was a wasted chance in the end for the Crows. I thought Azuzu was going to square up for Donovan, John.
I mean, it was the right choice. But here we go again with a counterattack. We're into stoppage time. Now it starts to get a little nervy. Bogart on the ball. Extremely dangerous.
Oh, nice one, too. Bogart is in, but he's offside. Ramos clears through it anyway just to make sure.
Honestly, if Azuzu goes far post there, he scores.
That's the thing. Gorecki was already going down to his right. He bit on Azuzu's little shimmy. Goalies don't always do that, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was a good save by Gorecki.
But let's go back to Phil Caputo. He's come on.
And just been fantastic.
Inventive, driving forward. But has he given away the ball? I don't think so. He's playing just how you talked about. Quick, inventive, going forward. But he's not being risky. Swollen just smashes it out.
Time for all 11 shirts to defend, Dan. Zuzu got the message. Drops back into the pocket there.
Bogard comes over Swollen.
Bogart's found a lot of time on the turf today. Dangerous opportunity here for Sueno.
Really nice ball in from Sueno.
Murray Powell puts his foot through one. Donovan's alone.
Donovan just was horse-collared there by Olin Ogunlei. Sorry, it's a tough name for me to say.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm trying my best.
It's not Smith. Into the second minute of stoppage, and Sessler will take all of his time here.
Nice work from Sessler there. You know, to hold that as it's coming in at the feet of Bogard. It's good goalkeeping. A lot of times you see that in your peripherals and you flinch. Not Daniel Sessler.
Caputo has an opportunity here. They're giving the ball to Sueno.
Caputo let that go out when he had a chance to keep it in.
I mean, it did carry him off of Furs, who's been moved up.
Oh! Norca just takes out Swollen. I got to be honest, I would have given him the yellow earlier, Norkit. But hey, here we are, the 90th minute,
90.
plus 2.
90 plus 2.
Yellow card crash initiated to the visitors, number 8, Charlie Norquette, 90th plus minute.
As more time eats off the clock. Azuzu wants this one. Huzney will hit it.
And he hits it for Zuzu.
Knocked down into Caputo. You know, he'll be patient with it.
Oh,
Falls
he trips
over,
over the ball.
Still up. Murray Powell, great tackling.
Ogunlei goes through it.
It was an excellent tackle by Ogunlei. Azuzu's in.
Oh, what a
what a
save,
header.
Gorecki. Oh, he had to get that right with his reflexes, John. It's tough when it's that close. Nice save.
Niemble with the header. Murray Powell's been excellent in the tackle since he's come on, Dan.
He really has. And talk about the depth of that City midfield, too.
Just fearless in the tackle. Sueno's going to have to start thinking about getting the ball forward here. And they do.
Oh, and he's offside. In
And
the end, nice run, though, from Furs, who, like you said, John's pushed forward.
I mean, he initiated the contact there, so.
And look at this. Azuzu with the header. Gorecki right there, but he had to be quick up with his hands.
Those are those ones where if you can get it down off the skip, the goalie's already going up high.
Yeah.
Hands are up here, feet are down there.
That's where you're right. You power it down.
Into
John, how much stoppage time did
5.
the referees say?
5. We're into the last 30 seconds here of stoppage.
Ogunlei, Donovan, Caputo. Caputo comes out with it, and he shoots!
Oh. Maybe like to see Caputo take that one to the corner. Dying seconds here. You'd have to believe this is the last kick for Sueno. All 11 white shirts are trying to get back. Donovan with a really good job there. Bogard, who's been everywhere, has to go back to
Ogunlei. Ogunlei.
Oh, yeah, whatever
We're
it might
trying.
be. Not over yet. Great job by City, and that'll do it.
Minneapolis City, a massive win against Sueno. That's 2-1. Minneapolis City, we will see this team not again in the season, John, and that's what makes this so critical. This was the only one between these two. They're not going to be back in Chicago this year. What does that do to the Heartland Division race?
I mean, it gives Minneapolis City an advantage. And also what it gives an advantage to is, I don't know what the scores are, but Scotty FC down in Chicago Dutch Lions have an opportunity to go level.
And that would be interesting.
With Sueno. Well, we'll unpack this one in a bit. Emotions are high at the moment. Minneapolis City 2, Chicago Sueno 1. I'm John Bisworm. That's Dan Hudeman. We'll be back with you in a little bit. Stay with us. We'll unpack this one. Welcome back. I'm John Bisworm. That's Dan Hudeman. Edor Nelson Field on the campus of Augsburg University. 2-1. Minneapolis City stays undefeated and atop the Heartland Division, beating Chicago Sueno 14 shots to 10. Second half, a little bit of a different story than what we saw in the first half. Second half was a lot of Sueno FC, Dan.
John, it was. After that second goal, Sueno really kicked it up a gear. There was 20 minutes where I don't know if City got out of their own half as Sueno just was kind of wave after wave. John, I've got to say credit to Jason Ramos, who would be my man of the match. What a defensive display.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to have to nudge a few players out. I mean, you talk about Jake Swallen. You talk about our player to watch, Nathan Donovan. You talk about Alex Moreno. Let's talk about scoring, Dan. Nathan Donovan gets on the board early in the first half in the 22nd minute, followed by a 46th minute goal by Alex Moreno. those are the 2 goals for City. And then in the 53rd minute, Matthew Zakemski, sorry, Matthew, in the 53rd minute. And from that moment on, I think from the 46th minute on, I think Sueno was a better team.
You know, I think you're right until the very end, right? If you kind of looked at the last, I don't know, 8 to 10 minutes as City was just pounding on the counterattack, I think you're right. And Zakemski was a big part of that.
As we're looking at his goal right now, very good finish. I think, some of it is a little bit of City defending, but ball still got to go in the goal. But I think that like what you saw from City in the last 10 minutes, I think it was all about the depth again. You look at Murray Powell, you look at Caputo, you look at Azuzu, you look at Niembwe, all players that came on causing problems to a tired team that didn't travel full strength.
I mean, you're absolutely right. And all of them have a story to tell. But it was their combined energy that really kind of wrenched that game out of Sueno's hands. And I think for that last 8 to 10 minutes, though, if you're a City fan, you had your kind of heart in your throat.
Yeah.
If we were looking at this in the middle of the game, we would say City rested back control. Could have scored 2 or 3 times, John.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, not much more to unpack other than the fact there was a myriad of yellow cards. I'm not going to go into them. Once again, City on the other side of that teeter-totter. But if you're thinking about next action for the Crows, excuse me, next up is June 10th at Rochester FC. And then Super Cup action at home, June 17th versus the Blizzard in the Super Cup. A lot of games, like you mentioned, Dan, a lot of compactness coming up. I think this one is a huge one to kind of have the exhale. And then we can now think about how we look to close out the season. So we can talk about how we manage minutes. We can talk about maybe some squad rotations. But, man, you look at the Heartland Division, there's 2 teams that are skyrocketing right now. One is Minneapolis City, and one is the Chicago Dutch Lions.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, this makes it really interesting, right? Because if you're Sueno flying high, but you drop 2 in a row, and yeah, let's see what the Dutch Lions result is. You can be even on points now with this resurgent Chicago team. John, that's what I love about Heartland Division. Every single game matters because it's such a short season. It's like college football in that. You just can't slip up.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it feels good to be good again, Dan. There's 2 sponsors we forgot to mention, so we're going to mention them now. If you're in Uptown and you're looking for something to do, Bryant Lake Bowl is your spot. They're the legendary cheap date night on Monday, Tuesday, bingo at 8 p.m., or Trivia Mafia on Wednesdays, and breakfast served 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. every single day to help you recover. You know what I'm saying? Or throw some rocks in the vintage bowling alley where you still keep score the old school way, by hand, on paper. That is a thing. Swing by Bryant Lake Bowl tonight. Athletic Brewing is officially at Minneapolis City games. #1 craft non-alcoholic beer is now served at all home matches. Grab a cold one at the stadium today or visit athleticbrewing.com to find a store near you. Support the pioneers of great tasting NA and stay in the game with Athletic Brewing. Once again, Minneapolis City 2, Sueno 1. Undefeated so far in the Heartland Division are Minneapolis City. Sueno dropping their last 2, probably in second place on points, depending upon what happened in the Dutch Lions game. But things are starting to shake themselves out, Dan. Once again, I'm John Bisworm. That's the Dan Hudeman. Thank you so much to all of you for tuning in. For Tyler and the production staff, they do a fantastic job. Peace.